Alrighty, this is going to be number 3 and number 4 of the practice FRQ of write in and write out. Just like I said on the end of video number 2, you should be able to do these on your own. So essentially, this is just going to be a refresher and you check your work, honestly. So here for A, to find the total number of water that has flooded into the basement over the interval from 3 to 5, that's just going to be the integral of 3 to 5, Wt dt. So Wt dt is going to be y1, use math nth integral, 3 to 5, y1 dx. That's going to give us about 19.96, let's see, gallons. So basically, this just says over the 2-hour interval from t is equal to 3 hours to t is equal to 5 hours, about 19.96 gallons of water flooded into the basement. Part B is the amount of water in the basement increasing or decreasing at times equal to 3. So once again, we know that W of t and P of t are rates. Water is flooding into the basement, so that's going to be first, so Wt. And then water is moving out by using a sump pump, which is P of t. So W3 minus P of 3, and we want to figure out if it's increasing or decreasing at that time. And that's going to represent Y3, and we're going to look at 3. So if I were to use second table, and didn't do anything from this, didn't delete it from the previous video, but if I were to type in 3, that's going to give us 1.8173. All right, and then give a reason for your answer. Well, that's because this right here is greater than 0, meaning that it's increasing. And if I were to justify my answer, you would say the amount of water in the basement is increasing at a rate of 1.8173 gallons per hour. Times equal to 3 hours. Part C is the amount of water, when is the amount of water a maximum, and how much is in the basement at that time. So, to find that out, I want to graph y1 minus y2, find my critical point from 0 to 8. Oops. Graph it. So from 0 to 8, we have 1 critical point. At 3.4. So remember that since this is an absolute maximum, we are going to include my endpoints of 0, 3.4, and 8. Now we're going to take the integral from 0 to x of y1 minus y2, which is going to be y4. And I'm not going to be a clown in this video. I already added the 12, which is your initial value, in which that was how many gallons of water there was at times equal to 0. Okay, so we are going to go to second table, and then we're going to remove these and make sure that we have accurate critical points using, can't really delete that, can I now? We're just going to ignore that 3. So here we have a maximum at 3.4 because that's 22.167. That's 12, then this was a negative answer. So here you could say the maximum amount of water is 22.167 gallons and is attained at T is equal to 3.4 hours. And that was part C. All right, for number 4, I'm not going to do all of the work except I'm just going to give you the answers here. So for 4A, this is 0 to 8 R of T dt. That's going to be 16.575. For part B, it's increasing. Figure out y. For part C, this is going to be T being 7.5899, and this is going to be 201.6457 thousands of gallons of water. All right. Full solutions will be posted on the student notes Twitter whenever I make them.